Come on, alright. Neil here, and I did some research about ancient history. So what I've got here is um, like I got dates from ancient history about discoveries or inventions that date back thousands, if not hundreds of years. Anyways, what I got first is religion, 223,000 BC. Business or like trade, 150,000 BC. Fire, this discovery of fire or invention, whatever you want to call it, 125,000 BC. Art, well, in terms of artistic expression, it's 100,000 years ago because of like when they were trying to create handles for a weapon or like artistic expression for a weapon. But into true artworks like carvings or like pottery, it's 40,000 BC. But anyways, continuing, the first calendar was created 75,000 BC. Math was created 70,000 BC.
It's 6 o'clock.
Fucking music was created 40,000 BC. Politics was created 30,000 BC. War was created at 12,000 BC. The same time around, farming was created. Dance was created 7,000 BC. Metal was discovered, or created 6,600 BC. The first wheel was around 3,500 BC. Literature or English as in subject was created 3,000 BC. Physics was 700 BC. And drama was created 500 BC. Alright. But the question is, what does this mean or show according to my research? Well, what I've discovered is that war came around when agriculture came. Well, what is agriculture? Agriculture is farm, right? Owning land, etc. Well, warfare can be well in terms of most wars created throughout history, ancient, both ancient and modern. It's about resources. It's about providing, pretty much providing resources for people like food, water, necessities. But in these days, it's like, I guess, petrol. Some people, like, some cases, it might have war over like oil, I guess, and which is kind of sad, and which is also another reason why there's also because of dominance or power or pretty much just money, like claiming it all, like to conquer the world, to have it all, like the money, the land, the power, all of it in terms of war. That's why I think that's the reason why it came around when farming came around. I think it's because of all the greed, corruption. Anyways, what I also noticed was the gaps. Now, I did some calculations. Here are the gaps. There's gaps right here. The gap between religion from the discovery from the creation of religion to business was 73,000 years. From 223,000 BC to 150,000 BC. From the creation of business to the discovery of fire, it was from 150,000 BC to 125,000 BC. It's like 25,000 year gap. From the discovery of fire to the creation of art, it's 125,000 to minus 100,000. So it's like 75,000 year gap. From the first artistic expression, or like art, created technically 100,000 BC to 75,000 BC, which is 25,000 years as a gap from first terminology of art to the first calendar. From calendars to math, it's 75,000 to 70,000 BC, just a 5,000 year gap. What else I got? I got math to music, which was 70,000 BC to 40,000 BC, which is 30,000 year gap. And then music to politics, right? Like leadership or empires. That's 40 to 30,000 BC, which equals to 10,000 year gap. And then there's 30,000 to 12,000 BC, which is 18,000 year gap for politics to war slash agriculture, warfare or to slash agriculture. And then it's 12,000 minus 7,000, which is 5,000 year gap for fighting in terms of war, farming to dancing. 7,000 minus 6,600 is 400 years just from dancing to the discovery of metal. 6,600 to 3,500, which was 3,100 years from the invention of metal to the invention of wheel, the first wheel. 3,500 to the year to minus 3,000, the year 3,000. It took 500 years of the invention of wheel to the first proper form of literature, or first literature that is. From the year 3000 to the year 2300, that was what? Hold up. From the year 3000 to the year 2300, that was 700 years. 700 years. 700 years from literature to physics. And 700 to 500 also 400 years gaps from physics to drama. I even got the statistics here. So what does that mean? What does it mean? It just means that the more we know in terms of discovery and throughout history and inventions, the more things are discovered more easily and invented, you know, like, hey, like, it's the 21st century, things are made, like, updated so quickly. But to me, no, it's not. It's like, I want something big, man. I want something big to happen, not small scale. I want, like, major scale, like, out of this world, man. I just want, like, you know, like, 1969, first man landed on the moon. Yeah, great, good job. But, like, we haven't even done that for ages, like, come on, man. Like, has anyone touched the moon? I mean, not the moon, Mars or like any other planet? No, because we're too busy fighting in wars or like dealing with other problems like money or competitions. Which, I mean, when I say competitions, I mean competing in terms of like being the best in the in businesses or industries. But don't worry about it. I mean, like, it's good, but like the problem with all of this is like, it's good we can deal with other problems, but it also creates problems itself. Like, it has flaws. People create. I guess scientists create like more intense weapons that can destroy humanity or some shit like that. Or like if you have a phone, right, a smartphone, like instead of having those phones like that are old, right? The whole purpose of a phone or a telephone, it's just to call someone, to text someone. But these days, you know, phones can do a lot. Like, it has maps now. You can take pictures, like a camera. You could, what else can you do? You could photo share. You could edit photos. You could do a lot. You could even go on the internet now. Because of that, it doesn't like. It's supposed to make a person more productive, but no. Instead. Yes, they are in a way unproductive, but in this sense, no. Instead, it gives a person, it's supposed to reduce the amount of work, right? Instead, it gives a person to be like, gives them to do more work in a lazy way. Like, if you do social networking, that's really good in terms of communications, but in terms of work, no, man, no. Like if you just like, for instance, I don't mind if you socialize through networking, right? But like, if you keep on doing it like from a day-to-day basis, like majority of time, that's pretty lazy, man. Like, come on, you're supposed to do something productive with your life. Like, you're supposed to like do sport or like get out there, have fun. I mean, it's bad to have like an intense dosage of like radiation. I mean, like, electronics create radiation, like gamma radiation, but I don't want to get into detail like that. You shouldn't like always be looking at a screen like on tablets or like phones, laptops or TV. I mean, radio's alright, but it also produces radiation. But radio's fine. I mean, you just listen to music or like the news. But it doesn't just simply just create less work. Instead, it gives you more work. It makes you even have more problems. I guess that's the reason why people first world have these type of problems. Like oh my gosh, I don't want to get into detail about that. And I guess I find it primitive that like I want something big because a tablet or a phone is pretty much like what people did thousands of years ago. I mean, they had tablets too, but it was stone. Like you had to use a chisel or some sort of tool to carve it. You're just pretty much recording data. You're just sharing information with people. I want something taken to a whole nother level, man. A whole nother level. Yes, I'm serious. To a whole nother level. Surprise me. There's no such thing as flying cars at the moment. There's no such thing as space colonies at the moment. I mean, there are like it's still very minute in this. It's still on a minor scale in terms of discovery or physics and that. I mean, like, sure, we know that diamond's the hardest material, but surely there are other materials harder than that. Well, other than that, in terms of technology, there's still a lot more to be discovered.